All right. I mean,
Astray just walked away.
it happens every week that we're like, let's go live. And he leaves. But every week
Yeah,
I'm like,
ready. And he walks off.
Yeah, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, cool. Let's go live. And he gets up and goes get something to drink. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? And it was fucked up. He's gonna talk over all of us here in a minute. We're gonna be in the middle of a sentence, and he's just gonna come in. Okay, yeah, so blah blah. I'm like, God damn it, bro. Really? God fucking damn it.
Can you imagine a family reunion with his family?
Fucking dick sausage.
Dick sausage. That is a monster fucking chicken tender.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus
Wings over Madison.
Christ.
They have a Wings over Milwaukee.
Yeah, we were talking about that yesterday. They just opened it like 6 months ago or something.
I love their tenders.
But like these guys that are from Syracuse, because they're from, I guess it originated in New York, so there was a bunch of them in Syracuse, like on the college campuses and shit. They were like discussing the flavors. I'm like, you guys are lame. Chicken tenders, dude. It's just compressed chicken, man.
No, these are the actual tender.
No, they're actual tenders, man. Like
the chicken tender piece is a real piece.
Yeah,
It's
they
meat
can say
fresh,
that. I don't know if they're really it.
Okay, well then fine.
Yeah, I'll have to actually.
Yeah, you look. You'll see.
Don't you whatever to me, Teddy.
I whatever the fuck I want. Whatever you motherfucker. No, come on.
I will defend a true chicken tender.
I mean,
to the
really.
death.
I will fuck your chicken tender. Anyway,
I will
Not
this
Right.
episode of the Red Eye Report, we discuss shock art. We find common ground in the Middle East, and as usual, we lie about everything right through our fucking teeth.
Oh,
With me this week is the fluffy teddy bear. Teddy once walked into an art gallery called Balls to the Wall. He thought it was some kind of art gallery or some kind of climbing gallery or not climbing gallery. Wrote that all fucked up.
climbing gym.
He thought it was some kind of climbing gym. Turns out it was just some performance art involving testicles, a wall, and a stapler. He did not participate. Next to him is the soot-covered ashtray. The only performance art ashtray was ever involved in included a glory hole. That hole was named Dave.
Dave was never the same again.
We've also got an all-seeing Oracle. Oracle doesn't do anything shocking. He sits at home with his pregnant wife and their Build-A-Bear and makes sure she doesn't touch anything.
Yep, she's wrapped in bubble wrap.
Last and least, I'm the mystic. I once took my clothes off in the middle of a Panera just to protest their use of spinach instead of lettuce. Fucking animals. It's the Red Eye Report.
Dude, I can see Oracle. I said, don't touch anything.
Right.
And then she rears back and smacks you.
Yeah.
Right. You just start fucking scooping with your hands out of the salad bar.
All right, here we go. We're going to start off with music. Pause for the cause. That's what we're doing. Pause
Weekly
for the
benefit
cause.
event for the Dane County Humane Society.
I almost forgot about my pause.
This week we are sponsoring
Freckles, the confused zebra.
Freckles,
Freckles.
the confused zebra.
All right.
So Freckles actually doesn't have stripes.
Right.
Has
He's a
Freckles.
leopard.
He's got spots like a Dalmatian.
Yeah, and he's actually not a zebra at all. He's just
Yeah,
a
he's an
retarded,
actually-
He's a retarded horse.
a retarded horse.
That somebody painted.
Right. He's a sad donkey.
Good old Freckles. Hey man,
Good old
They don't
Shoot
let
your
him play
shot,
any
man.
of reindeer games.
Oh,
He can identify as whatever he wants to.
yep.
all right.
Ooh.
So, we're going to start off with shock rock. We all know what that is, I'm assuming. right?
I don't know. Are you talking about like
You don't
guar?
know
and
what
stuff?
shock rock is? Yeah,
Like-
guar, shit
Okay.
like that. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Oh,
it started off
Ozzy. Back in the day.
with Screamin' Jay Hawkins, arguably the first shock rocker. After the success of his 1956 hit, I Put a Spell on You, Hawkins began to perform a recurring stunt at many of his live shows. He would emerge from a coffin, sing into a skull-shaped microphone, and set off smoke bombs. Now, can you imagine that? Like in 1956?
Oh, yeah, people thought he was the devil.
1956.
Yeah, he was the devil. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
pretty
like
early
he
on.
was the devil.
He was a fucking devil.
Yep.
A skull-shaped microphone? I mean, fuck.
And these guys were both British. Or these guys. This next dude, Screaming Lord Sutch. Never heard of her.
Screaming Lord Such.
Yeah, British singer-songwriter. He brought several photo shock rock
pronoun
artists. The Who often destroyed their instruments, which was shocking at the time. You got to think of it. This is 1961.
Yeah.
Really, the Who was kind of the first band to smash their guitars and shit on stage. Didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the U.S., Jimi Hendrix set his
He
guitar
set us
on fire.
Yeah.
In 1967, and then you got Iggy Pop. Really, we don't even need to discuss what he did
Oh yeah, he's fucked.
because he's just a weirdo.
Iggy Pop.
Yeah. So
Well,
if you
he
don't
probably
know,
would have been one of the
Pop
first
is,
one
he's
to openly cut himself on stage,
the
right?
singer of the Stooges. He was from Detroit, Teddy, actually.
Oh.
No said.
Yeah, right. He's just fucked.
I've got
Go ahead,
a picture of that Screaming Jay Hawkins guy.
Yeah, bring him up.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm
Oh, he was black, huh?
yeah,
Well, of course it was super controversial.
Oh, fuck
Right?
Yeah, that's
Man.
voodoo right there.
that guy was
Surprised he
definitely
didn't-
the devil in 1950s.
How did he not get lynched?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. He would have been lynched by people thinking he's trying to voodoo curse their white daughters.
And to
Right.
dance to that jigaboo
Look, and
music.
he's got a bone through his nose. Man,
Oh,
what
yeah.
a rebel.
He's a
Alright,
pioneer.
okay.
So, the Plasmatics were an American punk rock band formed by Yale University Art School student Rod Swenson. I've never heard of this band. So this is in the 70s when this happened, right? 1970, it says actually. So this band was a controversial group known for wild live shows. In addition to chainsawing guitars, blowing up speaker cabinets, and sledgehammering television sets, Williams and the Plasmatics blew up automobiles live on stage. Williams was arrested in Milwaukee by the Milwaukee police before being charged with public indecency. Jim Farmer of the Sounds described the show. Lead singer, ex-porn star, current weightlifter Wendy Orleans. Wendy Orleans Williams, which is WOW for short. That's like her stage name or some shit.
She's a weightlifter?
I guess, spends most of the Plasmatics show fondling her family-sized breasts, scratching her sweaty snatch, and eating the drum kit.
That's a quote. Family-sized breast. That's
Yeah.
gonna be. I'm gonna
Right?
use that one.
So,
Is this her?
So,
Those don't look like family-sized breasts.
They're decent.
all right.
So,
Yeah, that guy looks like fucking the Texas Chainsaw Massacre Leatherface.
Yeah,
and playing
right.
drums.
Right.
yeah,
All
Get to
right.
the family-sized fondling.
punk music with
Family-sized breasts.
family-sized breasts.
So-
Family-sized breasts.
So the 90s, or the 80s and the 90s is when it started to step up. So G.G. Allen, I'm sure Ashtray knows who that is.
Unfortunately,
No?
I mean,
Unfortunately. Okay.
he considered like the most vile man in music or whatever.
Pretty much. He's actually known less for his music than for his wildly transgressive antics, which included indecent exposure. He would strip and perform naked, like all the time. On-stage defecation, coprophagia, which is eating feces,
Oh god.
Uh,
self-mutilation, and attacking audience members. He actually died by overdosing on heroin, but he tried to lay down in traffic in Manhattan and have a car run over him. That didn't work.
Jeez.
I heard Woody Allen did that too, or not Woody Allen, fucking Willie Nelson, back in Nashville years ago. He
Really?
was laid down on the road. He was super depressed.
Yeah,
it
but
was
he was
like,
probably just.
he was like, yeah, it was kind of a side street, so the traffic wasn't going that fast. It's like,
So and then Guar, like Teddy said in the 1980s, they have a lot of. I assume we all know who Guar is. We've seen
Yes.
their fucking
oh,
shit.
yeah.
It's
Either
a
any of
giant
you guys seen him
vagina
live?
that fucking eats
Eats people.
people. I've never seen him live. No,
Oh,
just
man.
videos.
I don't think
It's
it'd be
one of
safe
those
to say
shows
live.
that's
It'd be
worth
like
it,
a
even if you're not
show.
into their music.
So a lot of them are inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's literary multiverses of creatures. So then let's move on. Marilyn Manson, obviously we all remember him in the 90s. You got Cradle of Filth. That's actually how this all started. I watched this like thing from 1998 the BBC about called like Hanging with the Enemies or something like that, and like these Christian women went and toured with Cradle of Filth for 5 days, like just to see what it was like. And it was like super interesting because once these ladies got to know these guys and realized that they're not fucking like, you know, corpse fucking Satan worshiping motherfuckers, like it, you know what I mean? They understood.
That's only on Thursdays, Ethel. Jesus, we're not lost,
right? And it was the same with Marilyn Manson. I remember going and seeing him in 1998 in La Crosse, and there was protests in front of the fucking.
Oh yeah, I'm sure that was a hot time, because that's when there was the whole Columbine kind of scare connection.
Yeah, because him and him got blamed for that shit.
Yeah, and like that shirt that fucking that Cradle of Filth has, the fucking famous Jesus is a cunt shirt with that fucking with the fucking the nun like fucking herself with the crucifix. I want one of those. Anyway,
I've never seen it.
Yeah, it's pretty divisive.
What size do you wear?
Mystic's pretty easy to shop for.
Yeah, what size do you wear?
What size do I wear?
Yeah.
Buick.
Buick size shirt of a nun fucking herself with a crucifix.
How many numbers do I need to put in front of the XL? Or just text it to me. You don't have to say it.
You're not buying me a shirt, Teddy.
It's like $30.
Teddy's like, I'd do it for $30.
I'd do it for $30.
All right. Anyway,
and then you tell me the size, and I'll get it one smaller.
Anybody else got shock rock? You ever seen any shock rock shit? I've seen Marilyn Manson. It's a Tool. I mean, that's not really shock rock, I guess.
I guess that wouldn't really.
Well, yeah, I saw Gore at the Barrymore, and it was there's so many effigies and fake blood. They cover half of the theater in sheet plastic to protect the seats.
Wow.
And at one point, some crowd surfer like thumb gouged my eyeball, and I was like, fuck, you know, like my eye hurt really bad. And coming out of the show, my friends were like, Jesus Christ, your eye is just like blood red. What happened? And I'm like, yeah, some fucking crowd surfer thumb gouged me in the left eyeball. They're like, no, your other eyeball. I'm like, what do you mean? Turns out all that fake blood stained the contact in my right eyeball blood red. My left eyeball was the one that was gouged by the dude. He scraped my contact off my eyeball.
Jesus
so this eye actually
Christ.
looked more normal than the one that was stained with fake blood.
Jeez. I mean,
awesome.
the only shock rock I had to deal with was watching Metalocalypse.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's pretty shocking, especially when they drop the stage on half the crowd.
Oh yeah, like everybody, like every time somebody goes to their concerts, they like just watch them on MTV, bro.
Mhm.
No. There was one time the album was that one season the album was being delayed. He kept deleting shit, and people were killing themselves because they couldn't get the album.
The underwater one or whatever.
Yeah, the one they doing underwater. This is for fish.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on to movies. Let's see how many of these Ashtray has seen. Cannibal Holocaust from 1980.
Seen it.
Have you really? Okay.
Yeah, actually, if you want to check it out because it's so fucking nasty, The Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs is a good way to see it because he does explain a lot of stuff. All the gore with the humans was fake, but still really convincing. But what really actually pisses people off is there are scenes of straight up like animal slaughter.
Yeah, that's what they're
or
saying.
where they're like feeding a monkey to a snake or some shit. Oh yeah, and then they do cut a monkey's head off and eat his brains, and it's like that's a real life monkey in the jungle.
But they did that shit in fucking Razors of the Lost Ark too.
Yeah, but it was fake.
Temple of Doom.
It was
Temple
fake,
of Doom. Yeah. No, they filmed
That's
in Myanmar. That shit wasn't.
That's the thing.
Also,
Yeah, with Cannibal
they didn't show him cutting the head. I mean, I'm guessing in this other movie they show him cutting the head off and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. They just brought the head to the table.
So yeah, people literally thought it was a snuff film. They thought
like
that
a
all the
dude gets
people
his fucking
died on
wang
camera.
cut off, and it looks pretty convincing.
So anyway, this next one, I laughed about it when I read this. Okay, Rambo, 2008.
Yeah, because of the way some of the bullets went through people, it was like
some of them, dude. I went and watched the scenes that they're talking about. I don't remember them being this fucking brutal.
Oh, it's
because
he literally
brutal.
Cuts people people with a 50 cal.
With the 50 cal, yeah. But it's because I think he had to re-release because they cut a lot of that stuff. He had to re-release the real version of it because he was upset because they cut a lot of it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? So there's a separate. So I might have seen the tame version.
Yeah.
You might have seen the tame one.
I remember reading about that. Yeah.
Like he's liquefying people.
Oh yeah, I mean he fucks people up with his fucking gun.
And he pulls a dude's Adam's apple out.
Yeah. Fucking fantastic.
It's dude, and then the scene with the mortars coming down and people getting blown up in the rice
blown
paddies.
To pieces. Yeah,
dude, it is incredibly violent.
Yeah,
like
that scene is like 15 minutes, isn't it? Where he's taking out all those fucking.
Yeah, when he just basically eliminates the whole Burmese army.
Yeah, and that meme came from that, right?
Yeah, with his
Jeep.
Where it's like Rambo, like
yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to third one, Irreversible. I've never heard of this movie.
Seen it. That is a fucking.
Have you seen it? Wow. Okay.
That's a phenomenal.
It says it is so violent that even the strong stomach might not be able to fully watch it. Robert Ebert once said that it was a movie so violent and cruel that most people will find it unwatchable. Movie features a graphic single-take 9.5-minute rape scene featuring Italian superstar Monica Bellucci that had people enraged at no. But it wasn't just the rape scene, but other violent acts that he had in there as well. In one particularly brutal scene, one man bludgeons another to death with a fire extinguisher, crushing his skull, and he refused to cut away.
That's right at the beginning. The great thing about that movie is it's like Memento, where it plays backwards. It's not like Memento where a guy has a memory problem, but the scenes play backwards, so you see the last scene and then it keeps going. But the thing is, the camera's always moving, and it has that quality of like extended long takes. But it's when they finally get to the rape scene, it's the only time in the movie where the camera stops and stays perfectly still and just makes you watch that fucking thing. It's brutal.
Yeah. It seems a lot like, I was reading up on his shit. He seems a lot like that fucking dude that directed Funny Games, Michael Haneke, that German guy.
Don't think I know the game. I know the movie, but I still have not seen Funny Games. It's like a home invasion one, right?
Yeah, it's not brutal at all, but he makes you watch the shit that's happening, like it's uncomfortable, super fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and it's fucking crazy. Anyway, all right, we got to move on. The next one, Passion of the Christ, I'm not even going to talk about because I don't agree with that.
I saw it. I mean,
there were some brutal parts in it.
They call it the ass whooping of Jesus.
I wouldn't call it a shocking film. Anyway, a Serbian film.
Oh, I have not seen this one.
Okay.
I have not, but I know of it.
It was banned in so many European countries that you might as well give yourself into police if you are in possession of the DVD.
Damn.
I'm tempted to watch it just for that sake of how bad
murder,
it is.
Necrophilia, and child abuse figure prominently in the film's plot, which centers around a porn star who mistakenly ends up in a pornographic snuff film. The most disturbing moment in the film is so disturbing that we can't even mention it here. But trust us when we say you need to have a strong stomach and a will of steel to sit through it.
Does it have to do with beheading somebody?
Ashtray, I'll tell you what it is. Only because, and I haven't seen it, but this is actually the one thing where it's kind of like even Ashtray's like, oh, maybe I.
Is it child rape?
Yeah. So it's like this guy is hired to do all this terrible shit on film. And I think once he's in the situation, they're like, it's like we're gonna kill you if you don't. But yeah, they make him rape a toddler.
Oh my god!
Or a newborn, like a young baby.
Oh my god! What the fuck?
Yeah.
What
he has to rape baby.
Fuck, man?
Jesus Christ!
I
don't know how.
Fuck, man!
Wow!
I don't know how graphic it is, or if just the implication is bad enough. But even that makes me like hesitant to try to watch it.
I'm passing that.
God, yeah.
So the next one, I've actually seen this one called Salo. It's an Italian film. It's translated into 120 Days of Sodom.
I don't think I've seen that.
So
I think I've heard of it.
It's from 1975. It was one of the first movies of its kind like this. It's super fucking graphic. Okay, so anyway, The film revolves around the disturbing kidnappings of 18 children by the fascist libertines, who subject their victims to murder, forced sexual acts, and sadism. Martin Scorsese has argued over the years that the film has artistic merit, and many other auteurs have liberally defended the film and its director, and that's absolutely wrong, because there's nothing really to this film. It is just a bunch of fucking, I would say, Italian aristocrats, if you will, like fucking molesting and raping kids and shit.
Freckles does not approve.
No. Even Teddy, fuck that.
Is there that sounds similar to that one of the members of that Bored Ape Yacht Club had his name was like after that obscure Japanese film that was like little boys like raping older women in it.
Yeah. So this dude, he was actually murdered shortly before this film's release. That's
the guy
how controversial.
That made it?
Yes,
this is in 75.
Fucked up this
was he murdered because of this film?
That's what they think. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
so I Spit on Your Grave. I'm sure you've seen that.
Yes.
The rape scene in that one is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
I could barely watch the fucking both of them. I think the 2010 one's actually worse, in my opinion. But
yeah, it is uncomfortably long. I don't know. I give props to making your audience really uncomfortable with those kind of scenes, but at the same time, it's like, all right, we get it.
Yeah, right.
He's being raped.
We get it, dude.
Get back. Get to the vengeance. I want the vengeance now. Yeah.
So, the Human Centipede 2 is actually on here. I've never seen these movies.
I've seen the first one, but I've not seen the second one.
Okay. Are they any good? Does it like?
I mean, I remember the first one. I mean, being good as far as like in a kind of a. It was a low budget indie film. I mean, good for what it was, and also being a pretty novel, like just
it was
terrible
an interesting concept.
And noteworthy enough for South Park to spoof it.
I do remember that when he like signs the Apple fucking
the
terms
Apple
of service or whatever.
Yeah. And wasn't he had to get his face behind the owner of Shitty Walk? It's like, oh no!
Yeah.
What a shit!
Yeah. So anyway, Hostel Part 2 is also in here.
I would think Hostel Part 1 would be there, because I'm not a big gory person, and I watch Hostel, and that shit was too much for me. That's how much of a pussy I am.
That's what they said. Part 2, it says, as violent as the first Hostel movie got, it never reached the torturous peaks of its sequel. 3 female American college students are traveling abroad in Eastern Europe when they are lured, kidnapped, and offered to sadistic members of an underground business that allow blah, blah, blah. Sadism, gore, but ultimately Roth seems to have an overall shocking his audience in whichever way necessary. Where the fuck is the thing is? So in the United Kingdom, actually, the film was so graphic that the House of Commons in the UK called it extreme pornography. So most of the blame lies on scenes that depict misogynistic and violent behavior toward women. So I'm assuming there's just a ton of fucking women fucking torture.
The first one was guys, so I mean, why? No.
Well, it's time to give women their due, Teddy.
I mean, really,
equal rights.
Equal opportunity.
So, and this one I have seen, and I guess I get why it's on here, but I didn't think it was that shocking. It's because I guess I didn't watch it in 1972. But the movie Pink Flamingos by John Waters.
I mean, I think it's pretty shocking.
Wasn't there some chicken bestiality in there?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, there's some fucked up shit in it.
I mean, yeah, but
like, y'all find these fucked up movies to watch?
Because they made a dent in the culture.
Yeah, this one's pretty famous.
Pink Flamingos is the Divine.
Yeah, that was that fucking cross-dressing. John Waters is a pretty famous, like, weird director, Teddy. He does some weird shit. Like Hairspray. Have you ever heard of Hairspray?
The Broadway play?
Yeah, well, it was a movie first.
Off of that,
yeah.
Based off John Waters.
Which is actually a good movie.
So anyway, That's movies. That's supposedly the top 10 most shocking. Any other suggestions? Ichiro the Killer is one that I would throw on that list.
Old Boy.
If you guys have ever seen it, Old Boy is absolutely a pretty shocking movie. Especially the original one, the fucking
the original one, the Korean version,
Terrifier, the original version for sure. The Terrifier.
Terrifier 2.
Terrifier 2 is even more gory.
Yeah. Hobo with a shotgun.
Still not seen that one.
Yeah, that one's.
I haven't seen that one.
That's fucking fantastic.
Nowadays, I feel like you have to really, really go over the top to be shocking, though.
Because it's like
now I remember
they had movies about people raping toddlers. I mean, what you got to get a toddler.
Oh, right, Teddy. It's like set the bar really high.
And that was in 75. I mean, you got to.
Now you got to rape toddlers while surfing with a shark.
No, that one was 2010.
Oh, 2000. Okay, that's still 23 years ago.
No, actually,
or was it newer than that?
One I can think of is that director Lars von Trier.
Lars von Trier, yeah.
Trier, whatever. Antichrist, William Dafoe.
Antichrist, yeah.
Oh, they fucking use the scissors and cut her clit right off. It's right up in there, like, I mean, it's prosthetic clit, but still,
Anyway. Last thing we're going to talk about is some art, like art. I don't know anything about this shit, so I guess one of the first ones and most famous one is that fucking The Fountain in 1917 by Marcel Duchamp.
Oh yeah.
It's actually, is it still around? I don't think it is around.
What's controversial?
I imagine it would be. It's not like it's going to expire.
In 1917, it was like it's just basically a urinal on a fucking.
Yeah. Well, if you think these are that's like 1917. That's early precursor to the kind of like anti-art postmodern expression.
Well, yeah, I mean, World War I is
still
raging.
Going on, 1917.
Yeah. I mean, after that point, I think a lot of the institutions and shit like that led up to that world where World War I could exist are kind of like, fuck this shit. Like,
right.
This is some bullshit.
So in China, they experienced an active shock art movement following the Tiananmen Square protests of 1989.
That never happened.
I don't know. I never heard of that shit. I don't know what's shocking. What could be shocking in Chinese art? I mean, don't they just murder you if you try to?
This is after Tiananmen Square or during?
Yeah.
So that would be the 789 art district. Yeah, 798.
You were hanging out in
798 art district.
Rebel.
That's right. You lived in China. That's right.
Yeah, and I had an internship at the 798 art district in China, in Beijing. Yeah.
Did you have to murder somebody to get it?
No, I didn't have to murder.
Didn't you drive or ride around the subway as a kabuki man?
You're a mannequin. You kill now.
Yeah, as part of that. But so the 798, it was or is this kind of munitions area. It was a bunch of munitions factories that were converted into art studios. And then so Ai Weiwei, you guys have I'm sure heard of Ai Weiwei. He's the Chinese artist that protests a lot of Chinese shit by breaking precious pottery and things like that. But so there are all these sculptures and shit like that, and that was like this special zone in Beijing, because Beijing is outside of that area, very restrictive, but inside that area definitely less so. But that was when I was there. I think I was there in like 2016 or so. The authorities were already kind of beginning to shut down events and things like that were taking place. So I don't know what the state of it is nowadays.
How big would you consider the district? Is it like,
She said
10 blocks
right?
by
She's gotta
10
be-
blocks
gotcha.
or bigger than that? I mean, industrial zone is probably a little more widespread than even.
Yeah. I would say maybe 15 to 20 blocks, I would say.
What was it called again? Let's see if I can find a map.
798 Art District.
798 Art District in Beijing.
Yeah, in Beijing. But it was kind of like a cool place. So my boss, David Ben K, he had in one of these munitions factories, so kind of one of these buildings here, something like this. He would.
Oh, those are cool looking buildings.
Yeah, he had a pool with a glass bottom, suspended, about, I don't know, probably about 10, at least 10 feet in the air, that ran across the entire length of it, and he would swim laps in this pool when he needed to think, and I'd be down
nice.
on my laptop on the floor underneath, and then he'd go by, and I'd have to shut my laptop because I'd hear the water splashing over the edge of the pool down on top
Jesus
of me.
Christ.
Yeah. Pretty cool shit, though.
All right. Let's go through a few of these notable art things. 1917, we talked about Fountain. Don't know what the big deal was. I guess it's 1917, I suppose, but it was just basically he signed it and gave it to an art fucking display place like gallery. Just a urinal. So anyway,
Here you go.
next one seems a little more divisive. It's called Artist's Shit. A 1961 artwork by Piero Manzoni consists of 90 tin cans, each reportedly filled with 30 grams of Manzoni's feces. A tin can was sold for 124,000 pounds at Sotheby's in 2007, and another one for 182.5.
Somebody actually brought
2015.
shit.
It was
Yeah, they
it was
bought
the
For
artist.
125,000 pounds.
I mean, it didn't matter if it was 25 pounds. Somebody brought. I mean, what the fuck, man?
That's the thing is it's that
Orgies
statement.
of Mystery Theater by Herman Nitsch. A display of music and dance in the midst of dismembered animal corpses in 1966 Destruction in Art Symposium. Imagine that in 1966. That's fun. Shoot. A 1971 performance piece by Chris Burden in which a friend shot him in the arm with a .22 caliber gun from a distance of 3.5 meters.
Damn,
Again, don't know
3.5
why.
meters. That's a
11 feet.
far enough distance to not be that accurate.
Yeah, and it's a .22.
It's gonna bounce around when it gets in there. I mean, it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's
fuck
gonna
your
fuck-
it
bones.
started
up.
in his
Gonna
arm.
rip
It could
your
end
shit
up
up.
in his fucking shin. I mean, it's fucking.
Right.
Well, it's a .22, Teddy.
God, that's ballsy.
The
Well,
dinner
no,
party.
22s are small enough to where they can get in travel in the blood thing. I've heard that happening before.
The Dinner Party, a 1979 exhibit by Judy Chicago, in which table place settings are set as a dinner party for women. The piece was controversial and labeled shock art because of its inclusion of iconic butterflies at each setting representing the vulva. I don't know why.
You know what a
that's
vulva is?
controversial. I know what a fucking vulva is. Jesus Christ. Piss Christ, 1987.
Piss
by Andres
Christ. That's
Serrano.
a great band name.
A photograph of a crucifix submerged in the artist's own urine. Wow. You know, the movies really brought this shit. This is just dumb.
Yeah, well,
Like, the art
I
world's
think
ridiculous.
because all this shit is subjective. I mean, it's like buying name brand shit. If it's in a gallery and it's for sale, then somebody's going to buy it.
Okay,
because
so
it's in
this
the gallery.
this one's not too bad. Artist Rick Gibson made a pair of earrings with freeze-dried human fetuses.
Ugh.
And he also ate a human testicle and proposed to make a diptych. What's a diptych?
You don't want to know.
DIPTYCH. You know what that is?
No.
I'm surprised Ashtray
It
doesn't.
sounds like something where you dip your balls in some honey or something and then run
I don't
around.
know, but he was going to do something
fire
called the
ants.
diptych with a squashed rat.
Diptych is these like 2 plates like this. That's a diptych.
So what?
A diptych.
Oh, where it just like shows the inside of something, right? Like a dissection.
Yeah, I think so. It is an artwork consisting of 2 pieces or panels that together create a singular art piece.
Oh yeah. So if you like cut it, like it's almost like those
so
fucking
like he's gonna-
those things, those models at the doctor, where like
Yeah, where they have
they
the
fucking
parts.
stick them together, like
Yeah.
get like the whole guy.
I know you're talking
All
about, as you turn the page, a new layer comes on. I know you're talking about, Mystic. I got you.
So 12 square meters. Here's a Chinese one. 1994 performance art displayed by some dude, Zhang Huan. He lathered his nude body in honey and fish oil and exposed himself to swarming flies and insects. All right.
What is wrong with these fucking
So
people?
in 1996, Gottfried Helnwein painted the Adoration of the Magi with Adolf Hitler as baby Jesus, which was displayed at the State Russian Museum in St. Petersburg.
Wait.
Holy fuck.
Okay, hold on. So let me bring this picture up.
What? Is this the baby Jesus?
Yeah, that's the baby Jesus. How the fuck would you know
He
that's
looks kinda like
Hitler?
Oracle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they,
right?
didn't put a mustache on him. I mean, really?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, unless she has. I mean,
Right.
that's why nobody wears that mustache, because it's a Hitler mustache.
Nobody's gonna
But
look
he-
at that baby and be like, "That's
he-
fucking Hitler."
I mean,
No
yeah. So
way.
yeah.
That's right. Nobody names their kid Adolf, except for
Well, special people do
supremacists.
who want that name.
Okay. Freckles doesn't approve.
Fucking Freckles don't like that shit. Freckles don't fly. Well, Mystic must have fucking batteries ran out.
His controller cut off.
Right, he's like,
Oh, here we
fuck
go.
shit.
Got a map of the 798.
Yep.
Here.
Does that look kind of like what you lay out? I'm assuming.
Yeah. I'm trying to.
I mean, yeah, it looks like it could be a good like 15 by 10 blocks or so.
Yeah.
There's a
Alright.
children's museum.
Yeah. There's all kinds of
So
shit.
I do remember when we were over in Italy, we couldn't get close to the David, and that's because like people have tried to like
Right.
or hit it with a hammer.
Grab a schlong.
Well, not
Mystic
that,
was.
but I tried to knock it off. I think it was knocked off once, and they had to put it back on. but
Somebody
like-
knocked his dick off.
I believe
Oh
he
my
knocked his
God.
off.
That's high up.
His foot
That's a
is
tall
chipped.
motherfucking
His
statue.
foot is chipped and shit. And because his dick is showing. So I mean, it's just.
Well,
But people are buying shit in cans for
was it
$125,000.
Ashcroft who like covered Lady Peace or whatever in the fucking Capitol because her fucking breast was showing in that statue?
Probably.
Or Lady
Alright,
Justice? God, there he is.
Yeah, I got kicked out. Whenever Oracle
Kicked
brings
out?
anything up, fucking my Skype just freezes and fucking.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, he's on Xbox, aren't you?
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
that's why.
couple of these
You
cool.
fool.
These are actually kind of cool. So there's 1997 Myra, a portrait of murderer Myra Hindley, constructed of children's handprints by Marcus Harvey. That's kind of cool.
What
Anyway.
was the title of the piece?
Just Myra. Here's one. This is fantastic. Helena, the goldfish blender. A 2000 display of live goldfish in blenders, which viewers were invited to turn on.
Oh my God.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a real test of your
Right?
humanity.
So in
Oh.
2007, Mark McGowan ate a corgi in London
What?
to protest fox hunting. Yes.
Ate a
He
corgi.
ate a
Was-
corgi.
Was it
What
live?
does
Was
a
it
corgi
raw?
I
have to
don't think
do
it
with
was like
anything?
live or
Well, I
anything.
mean, was it cooked or was it raw? Do
I
you
don't
know?
fucking know, dude.
I mean, what did the
Got a list
corgi?
here.
Yeah, what's a
what did the
corgi have
corgi
to do with this?
fucking fox hunting? Why not eat a fox hunter to prove a point? You know?
It was specifically protesting fox hunting by Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh.
I get that, but he ate a defenseless dog to prove a point about foxes.
Corgis are like the symbol of fucking...
the dogs. Yeah, okay, the dogs
fox hunters.
I got you.
Corgis are fox hunters? Those fat fucks?
They're the dogs. They're the dogs.
Train them right. They're not fat fucks, but yeah.
They're small enough to get into the foxholes and get them out, too.
Oh, okay.
The queen, she always had corgis.
Yeah, she had like fucking 80 of them fucking things.
Probably.
So in 2012, Surly Wrecked, I don't even know what fucking nationality that is, documented a one-off surgery performance during which a plastic surgeon removed a 110 millimeter by 10 millimeter strip of skin from his abdomen while he was awake. The piece of skin with the hair was tanned and mounted to a 24 karat gold ring.
What the fuck?
Okay, well,
artists are fucked up. That's all.
I mean, really. I mean, it's.
These are fucking whacked out people.
Well, I was trying to fucking jump the fucking shark and push the envelope.
Each other. There was one that I read too. Like this woman made a Trump portrait out of her fucking period blood to protest some fucking rights, women's rights bullshit. Anyway. If you guys know any more performance arts, let us know.
Dude, this is.
But we're gonna move on.
Stay away from white people who are artists.
To Oracle, TOTK.
TOTK.
Tears of the Kingdom.
Tears of the Kingdom. It's blowing up the world right now.
It's an awesome game.
It is an awesome game. Breath of the Wild, which came out, I think 6 years ago, was an awesome game. And is like, well, how the fuck could they possibly make a sequel that stands up to that? And they did. They basically took Breath of the Wild and they added a shit ton more stuff to it.
Yeah, a little bit of Skyward Sword.
So you can go into the sky, you can go underground. The world feels like it's a lot fuller. It's just got stuff in every inch, every corner, but not in an exhausting, your map is filled with shit and you have to check things off. It's just there for you to discover. And the real kind of star here with this game, though,
is fast travel.
There's
you can
fast
move
travel.
those with the God hand, really?
Yeah, you can. And that's the thing.
I didn't know that.
That is like constant stuff. It's like, I didn't know that. I didn't know I could do that. And the thing is about this game is it's a physics sandbox. You can really do whatever the fuck. And you have all these parts and pieces and you can build vehicles and build weapons and shit like that. And they really just, if you dream it and you try to make it happen.
Is this your gameplay right here?
No, this isn't my gameplay.
Okay.
Which, by the way, I am playing at 4K.
If you dream it, you can make it.
Yeah.
Are you playing on the emulator?
Yeah, you better soak up those hours now.
I heard it looks
baby in the way.
Yeah,
shit.
So I am playing it at 4K 60, and it looks amazing.
I can't believe your Build-A-Bear lets you play that.
I know, right? Build-A-Bear's gonna be pissed.
So it's me and my wife are playing it together. We'll sit next to each other. She'll put hers on the TV and whatever. But I play mine, and it's funny to watch like the way she builds and the way I build and things. Like getting off the first island to build. You have to build that raft. Like seeing the raft I built and the raft she builds. It's just yeah.
Yeah, it's badass and it's cool because in 5 days they sold 10 million copies of this game. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the world
that's got to be a record.
Yeah, the world. This is the most popular Zelda game.
Is that the Zelda game? But is that the most popular? Like, what did Grand Theft Auto sell? Like, that's got to be.
That's a good question.
Well, is that what Grand Theft Auto sold? Is what they made because of their online? They have.
No. What I'm saying is, in 5 days, did Grand Theft Auto sell more than that? Because
I don't know. You gotta look it up.
That's a lot of fucking copies.
Fastest selling video game of all time. Fastest selling video game launch. Okay, so Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, 4.7 million copies. So this is when did this come from? It's Tears of the Kingdom then. easily.
It's gotta be if
Yeah,
that's
it's gotta
like
be.
a
Yeah, for
week or
10
something.
million in 5 days,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's 2 million a day.
Yeah.
Do most people just download it?
Well,
I brought-
Teddy,
Did
did
you
you
get a hard
get
copy
the?
or did you download?
I brought hard copies of all of the old Nintendo games that have come out on Switch. I brought hard copies on up 2 because one or 3 because for each of my family members. So yeah, both Zelda games have hard copies on. The Metroid game I have hard copy for. Like the old school ones, I get hard copy. The Mario games, I get a hard copy for.
Does hard copy let you play it if you're not connected to the internet?
Well, I mean, they all let you play if you're not connected to the internet as long as you download it. but knowing how much, I mean, this is a Nintendo system. Knowing how much the old school like Mario 1, 2, and 3 games are and shit. If you still have those cartridges from the old Nintendo stuff.
So you're saying 50 years from now it'll be worse.
I mean, like 30 years from now it could be worth something. So I mean, my son can have them. You know.
We can look at them in their cellophane.
Tears of the Kingdom. Check it out, nerds.
Yeah.
We'll move on to some other nerdy shit. Barry. I talked about this before multiple times.
Yeah.
This show literally continues to fucking amaze me week to week.
They got here to kill me.
Yeah.
They got here to
Dude,
kill me.
what the fucking fuck? Like, they're able to be funny as shit,
It's funny as shit. Yeah.
but like in extremely fucking intense and dramatic moments.
No, seriously, I thought he was with you. No, I thought he was with William.
And I don't fucking get how they do it, but it's each episode is better than the next one, and there's only 2 left in the whole series, and it's gonna be fucking fantastic. So if
How
you
many
haven't
seasons
started
have
watching
been
it,
so far?
4 seasons of 8 episodes apiece, half an hour apiece per episode.
I like a good half-hour episode show. I feel like some of these shows they get too long.
Oh,
they try to fit
absolutely.
too much. They try to fit too much into 45
Yeah,
minutes.
I
Yeah,
can't
get you.
fucking do it, man.
Yeah.
And this one
Yeah,
feels like
I don't like
this is
shit.
how he planned to end it. You know what I mean? This isn't like just a fucking, oh, we got to end it because they're ending our fucking contract. Like it just seems like a great story front to back. It's so good. Anyway, watch it. Check it out. Now we're moving on to Tedward G-Roll.
So I have plantar fasciitis, whatever, in my right foot. My ankle hurts a lot if I'm on it too long. No, Kenny, no. And I do work long shifts on my feet working at a restaurant. And I just generally I might take 1 or 2 doses of Advil or some ibuprofen a day. But I got this G-Roll. Oh shit, you can't see it, can you? It's a roll-on topical. It's 500 milligrams THC, 500 milligrams of CBD. It's fucking phenomenal.
CBD right to the old dogs.
I've used it on my ankle. I've had it for a week. I've used it for 3 days, and my ankle has felt fucking fantastic. I mean,
What does it cost, and how much do you have to use for it to work?
It cost me $60 to get it. I don't have to use very much. I'm a druggie. I use excess. You don't have to use a lot. I've given it to other people to use at the restaurant on other parts of their body and shit, and they've used a little bit, and it's fucking phenomenal. It doesn't really give you a body buzz, but it does take the pain away. I mean, I do wear an ankle brace because it gives me support on my tendons, and now the most part is me wearing the brace because I usually keep it so tight that I'm like, man, this thing is tight. It's kind of getting annoying because my ankle it feels great. So like topicals, I've never used one before, and then now I want to get a shit ton more because this thing is awesome. So
G-Roll.
Yeah. Hayrod says his work. He uses some shit too.
yeah, he uses the lotion, right? That's what.
Yeah.
But it's fucking awesome, man. I love it. I haven't used it since I've had it.
Nice.
I looked it up, by the way. GTA 5 sold 11 million copies in 1 day.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's
Tears of the Kingdom's got a ways to
number
go.
2.
Yeah.
I love it. It's like it's gotta
Solid number 2.
be the best selling game.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope.
Just make these assumptions because
But I will say
all these nerds are in a circle jerk right now about this game.
Yeah.
Man, fucking Reddit's full of you motherfuckers.
Yeah,
Tears of the
because
Kingdom
it's
came out-
fucking
GTA
amazing.
5 is just
right, but it also came out on multiple systems. You get it on PC, you can get it on
That's true.
Xbox
Oh, that
and
is true.
PlayStation.
That is
The
true.
Tears of the Kingdom you can only get on Switch unless you steal a copy like Oracle did.
I don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
but those aren't counted in millions.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
you can only get it on that one system.
Yeah.
So yeah, they
So
did
it
a
very
level
well
top.
could be
Yeah.
the biggest selling if people are using emulators like Oracle does. You know what I mean? Like that's.
Yeah.
But that's just Nintendo being Nintendo. Release it on all the systems, they would have sold fucking 80 million copies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, all right, Ashtray.
Ashtray ain't got it sexy this week. Fucking allergies killing me.
All right,
Working
you
fucking
just-
12-hour
just
days.
Piss off,
Sick of this
motherfucker.
shit. Yep.
I'm sick of this shit, nigga.
Move on to fucking.
Fuck what you think, Oracle. Culver's cheese curds, you blasphemous motherfucker.
They fucking suck, dude.
They
They're
do suck.
terrible.
Yeah.
They suck. We have a
They're
Culver's
terrible.
here, and I've tried them once, and they suck. And when I said that shit to y'all before on the show, y'all fucking ridiculed me and laughed at me.
I
'cause
did
know what I was
not.
talking about.
Dude.
Yes, you did. You and Mystic and fucking Oracle was a part of it too.
I've
You all
never liked
ridiculed me
Culver's
because-
cheese curds.
I don't
Yeah,
know
whatever,
why I buy them. Like I have this like hope, like, oh man, they just fucked it
This
up
time
last
they'll be
time.
good.
Yeah, they'll
I
be
know why you
good.
buy them. I've seen you
No.
eat a block of
You
cheese
haven't
on
learned
the
by
show
now, you
before.
fool.
I
Dude.
know why you buy them.
They're just it's so bland. Like what the fuck?
The breading is shit.
Yeah. Come on.
And the cheese
man.
inside is not gooey
You could
or
go to
stretchy.
like the shittiest dive bar and get
Yeah.
way better cheese curds than that.
How
Yeah.
frequent are you getting cheese curds? Is that
Oh,
like a
Dude,
state
it's
Every
fucking
time you get a
Wisconsin.
burger.
Are you
Every
kidding
fucking
me?
meal that I go
No, really?
go
Wow.
out. Not every meal. Like I don't like wake up and eat cheese curds because I'd be dead
Dude, I've
from
seen you
heart
eat a block of
disease.
In
cheese
this
before.
state, usually if you go to a bar or like any place
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, Teddy,
get
you're
cheese
getting
curds.
cheese curds. There's
Really?
no ifs,
Yeah.
ands, or buts.
Right.
No,
It's kind of a standard like French fries.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
any
true. It
bar.
is like chips and salsa, French fries kind
Right.
of substitute.
Yeah,
Okay.
Fried,
Well,
deep fried cheese.
Deep
I didn't
fried
have any- I
fucking
didn't have any
cheese.
when I was up
Welcome
there
to
with you
Wisconsin,
guys.
bitches.
we
Yeah,
went to
you
a
were in
few
the
restaurants.
People's Republic of Madison. Though.
Yeah, that's true.
okay.
Although
Right,
they
'cause
have
we went to a
very
few
good
restaurants
cheese
and we
curds
didn't-
in Madison.
We went to a few restaurants
there's
and I
good
was never
curds
offered
here.
cheese curds. You motherfuckers never said, hey Teddy, try cheese curds.
Well,
All right,
come
next
on,
time.
come on up. I'm sure Ashtray knows where to get some cheese curds.
Old fashioned.
Oh yeah. Old-fashioned curds are some of the best here in town. The Avenue
Alright.
was gone, but they had some fucking.
We're gonna go.
They had
do-
cheese curds you could stretch out for miles.
Okay, Ashtray, keep talking. Stupid old parents and their smartphone hacks.
Oh my god. So go down for fucking Mother's Day.
Why
My
was
mom's like, look at this, Craig Joe. Look at this message. This is my
What did you just say?
Craig
yeah.
Joe. She calls me. My middle name's Joseph.
Greg Joe?
She's like,
Oh,
Craig
okay.
Joe. She's like, look at this. Look at this message. She's like, my friend and I can't remember their friend's name. I'd love to ridicule her too, because it's this message. She's like, hey, could you help me out with something? And my mom's like, oh, sure, whatever. I'll see what I could do. And it's this whole like, oh, I've been locked out of my account. I
Oh,
need 3 to
God.
4 people
Oh,
I trust
no.
to share the information. I'm like, well, no, I trust her.
Oh no.
Of course you trust her, you dumbass. She's just a fucking idiot like you are.
Well, you might trust her, but it's not.
Exactly.
That's not her.
She's
That's-
trusting an
that's not
idiot.
her. Yeah.
Yeah. She trusted an idiot first, just like you've now trusted her.
Mhm.
And
Right.
it's this vicious fucking, old person cycle where they can't put a little bit of fucking critical thinking or maybe like,
Right.
this seems kind of odd. Why would Facebook require my information to help unlock
Exactly,
my friend's
yeah.
profile?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Well,
Mom, I'm like, don't be surprised. You start getting weird shit. Well, I don't know. I mean, she wouldn't just do that. And I'm like, of course, it's not her doing it, Mom.
Yeah, she's not
Right.
doing it.
Like trying to get through.
but that's the thing.
My stepdad, meanwhile, my stepdad, he's like, see, he's like, I don't trust those goddamn smartphones.
It's all
it's the technology. When they,
He's like super like, I don't use any apps.
That's hilarious.
yeah, it's the
So,
technology.
sure enough,
Lee.
Today I get a text message. Hey, could you help me out with something? I'm like, oh, geez, Mom, that sounds very similar to the message that you showed me on Sunday. The following message was, my bank account's closed today. I really need $300. I'll pay it back by 12 noon tomorrow. I swear. It's like, so I immediately have to take a screenshot because this is like through Messenger. I'm getting it. So I texted it to her, and I don't even know if she got it because she never responded.
Oh man,
I think they fucked her whole phone. Because I then sent it to my siblings, like, yeah, I think mom's phone's been hacked. And they're like, oh, she was asking me for money this morning too. It's like, my mother would be too proud. She'd die before she'd ask her children for fucking help, you know?
Yeah.
She's that kind of person. And so, yeah, I'm now seeing my sister had, I've seen 2 or 3 posts. It's like, please don't accept anything from my mom's Facebook. Another one was, if you receive a call from my mother asking for money, it's not my mom. Like, I think this is one of those where they're using the fucking AI voice.
Oh man.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's like people are getting calls, must be getting calls from my mom asking for fucking money using an AI voice.
Dude, this shit is gonna get even. I mean,
it's gonna get
so
worse.
crazy.
Yes.
So fucking crazy.
When you can FaceTime somebody and be somebody else and use their voice.
Yeah, right.
Or, I mean,
you guys might not even be talking to me right now. I could be some fucking imposter.
Well, you've been a robot for years. We've known.
Right.
Yeah, we've just grown to love you.
We know you're having a baby. Yeah, sure. To be more human. Yeah, we get it.
To be more human.
Notice my aunt replied to a message. All those calls are sickening. They need to get a job and earn their own money. Yeah, like these hackers.
They're earning some money. They got a job.
Oh yeah, they're earning money.
Fuck you
they're earning
over.
money over in fucking Botswana.
I have a group of elderly women. They come in. They come in every week, and they were all concerned about these recurring emails they were getting in their inboxes about like if you didn't like getting their house out from her or something. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I was like, those are fake. But if we don't pay this tax, I'm like, do you pay property tax? I'm like, yeah. Okay, well then nobody can take your house. It's just you don't have to pay an extra tax. And they were like, I was like, I'm like, if you're really worried about it, then contact a lawyer and ask them about it. But he'll tell you, they're just scamming old people.
Right.
Okay? They're just trying to scam old.
It's sad, man.
All this other stuff.
Yeah.
So,
that's the thing too.
Is
sad. Like, old people don't. I don't know. It's just like their brains haven't really fully grasped the disconnect between that. Like the social media profile and the posts are not the real person.
Right, and a real
Even
person,
if the real person's making those posts, it's like it's not. It's a it's a sanitized presentation of self.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's so easy for them to think, well, yeah, I trust her.
Right. Right.
It's not a her. It's a 300-pound guy living in his mom's basement making millions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fucking making bank off of idiots.
Bank,
Yeah. So that's my fuck what you think.
I don't want to say, no, I can't say idiots. They're not idiots. They don't understand. They're ignorant.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they just don't know how to be fucking, I guess, cautious and skeptical.
It's also technology. My mother once brought a digital camera and a thing of Kodak film, and then came to my house and asked me how to get the film into the camera. And the camera was like this thick as the camera was, and the film was like that thick. I was like, Mom, look at the film, look at the camera.
My wife's grandma did that same thing.
I'm like, you just
like she couldn't comprehend that it held the pictures.
Yeah, that it on the thing. What? Yeah, I'm like,
right.
I'm like, Mom, this little car right here will hold about 10,000 pictures. It can't on this little bitty thing. No, it won't.
Yeah.
It will.
No, it won't.
All right. Anyway, we're moving on to Teddy. Goddamn AC is out.
Goddamn AC is out. I am shirtless. I am sweating. This haze around me is my body hair because I haven't shaved for the summer yet. I feel kind of ugly. But my AC is out. I did have somebody come look at it today, and he got it working. It was awesome. My system is old. I've got 3 systems really. The AC downstairs, the AC and heat downstairs, I replaced probably 10 years ago. And the AC for upstairs and the heat unit for upstairs are original to the house. But they're still going, so I'm not replacing them yet.
I'm gonna ride those bitches into the sunset.
The guy got it working. It was working fine. We hung out for like 45 minutes. I was so
you just hung out with him.
You just get high with him or what?
Because it turns out the problem was the connectors. For some reason up here on my thermostat, when I turn the air on, the signal to kick it, the wires that the signal goes to the kicker to turn on, those connections were loose or fucked up, whatever. So he fixed it, whatever. And he only charged me for like the $100 like come out fee. But after that, he checked all the other stuff. He had to sit there and run a test. It took like 30, 45 minutes. So yeah, we did hang out. And then I was doing some shit downstairs. I come upstairs. It was like 75, so I turned the air down again. And I was like, oh my God. And the unit wasn't running. I'm like, shit. So I called them again, and they're coming out tomorrow. But I'm like, I don't want to jinx myself, but I'm going to have to spend like $5,000 to replace the fucking unit tomorrow.
Damn.
And it's
what the fuck kind of
fucking home ownership? That's home ownership.
AC unit do you
Like,
have, dude?
like,
$5,000? That's like you got a gigantic one.
No, dude, my outside unit fucking for the downstairs for my heating air when I replaced it was like $6,000, and it was
Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, you also got labor in there.
Yeah, I brought a much bigger unit than I needed because I wanted to be as cold as I wanted to be or hot as I wanted to be.
That's true. I guess I've always just had window units. You know, those are like what, a couple $100 or something.
It's not gonna work in my house, bro. I gotta have it going. I mean,
actually, this is my.
You're like a computer. You run better at cooler temperatures.
I hate being hot in the summertime, and I hate being cold in the wintertime.
Yeah,
because I'm in the fucking house. There's no reason for that. And so it's.
I'm the same way, man.
There's like I am sweating right now.
There's no fucking reason for that.
My own fucking house because there's no fucking.
Damn it, this is America.
Yes, I'm spoiled. Fuck you.
What's the temperature there?
The temperature right now outside is it's probably like 70. Oh, 66.
What?
66?
What do you
you're
mean,
sweating,
man?
Yeah, because upstairs in my house. Because upstairs in my house, the temperature is 77.
Oh, 77?
Yeah,
what
warm air rising.
Really?
Bro.
I mean, that's not
but,
even that
okay,
hot.
ideal room temperature is what? 70?
72?
I keep it around 72, 71 degrees in here.
Yeah.
In my house.
I think our house is 72.
And that's all year round.
Yeah,
well, I just see a headline here, Teddy.
That's a 5 degree difference in your sweat.
Says this could be the coolest summer.
Yeah, you're like it's fucking Sahara Desert.
So I don't know if you all can see this fucking sweater of body hair I have on. I'm like, I'm hot as fuck right now. I usually shave in the summertime because I am a hairy motherfucker, and I haven't shaved yet, so I'm fucking hot as shit right now. Fuck y'all, man.
All right, we're gonna end this off by just saying, just a fucking plea to you people,
to you fuckers
out there.
What do you mean by you?
Going to Fast and Furious?
Thank you. Yes, please stop.
Like, I don't understand. It's not even fucking fun anymore.
It's the 10th one now.
Like, it's the 10th one.
They're making 2 more.
They do the most. I mean, it's not even ridiculous. It is fucking just stupid at this point. Like, it's not even like fun anymore. Like, I watched a couple of scenes from the last one because they had this whole Twitter thing. Where did this franchise go off the rails? So people are like posting their fucking video, like
the most over the top scenes.
Yeah, dude. Like this one scene I watched. These 2 fucking street cars. It's a Ford Mustang and a Dodge Challenger, driving through dirt, like fucking a foot thick. Like fast as fuck, right? Like that's gonna ever happen to begin with. And then they start driving down this mountain. When I say mountain, it's like a fucking mountain, okay? Chasing each other.
So they're like driving like this.
Front car hits the nitrous
while going down a mountain.
Cliff.
Has there ever been
while this jet comes through and picks the car up mid fucking air, okay? Drives away. And then they cut to Dom Toretto in his fucking, Charger or whatever he's in. And he hits the fucking nitrous, drives off this fucking bridge that's broken, and like hooks the fucking car wheel onto this like fucking thing that's on it and like starts flying through the air to this other fucking thing. Dude, I was like, holy fuck, this is like the stupidest shit I've ever seen.
Oh my God.
It's not even fun. It's just the whole time I'm wondering who the fuck thought this up.
Okay, so I've seen the first like 4 of them because my first wife loved these movies,
Oh god! Like the
And
first one,
the first two
whatever it was, what it was.
Yeah,
you
the
know what I
first
mean?
two plus Tokyo Drift were actually cool because they were all about cars and shit.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, and they were
and
what
then
they were.
after
They were
that,
fucking
yeah,
stupid, but they still had practical stunts in them.
yes, they did.
You know what I mean? And now it's just like, holy fuck, just
Please
stop
believe
it.
in him.
Stop giving these
Yeah.
people billions of dollars.
First off, stop dissing family, okay? Because every movie is
Yeah.
about family.
This is
Fuck, I will
Okay,
fuck every
and you-
family member he has. in
Well,
fucking mouth.
you should have seen
I'll let Ashtray face fuck him for fuck's sake.
for the Miami F1 race that they had last week or a few weeks ago. Fucking, oh my god, there was a Fast and the Furious fucking intro to the race, and fucking Vin Diesel is like, we're out there risking our lives every race. And it's like, who the
Yeah.
fuck is we, man?
Who the-
Like,
yeah.
it's like, what are
Yeah,
we talking?
motherfucker.
You are an actor. You realize that,
Yeah.
right? And
what I
then
know,
fucking
bitch.
LL Cool J gave an intro for all of the fucking racers. It was ridiculous. It was the dumbest,
yeah.
most
They
ridiculous.
were all bitching. I was looking at the driver interviews afterwards, and they were all just like, I really hope they don't ever do that again in any other race, because that's just stupid.
But like it felt like Fast and the Furious fucking like
Right.
it's just like
Yeah.
taking stupid to like 11, right?
And that's what America does, dude. We have
That's right.
spectacles. You know what I mean? Like,
We
look at
are.
football. Football is a fucking spectacle every week. You know what I mean? Europe isn't used to that shit.
Yeah.
yeah, they have soccer leagues over there.
But it isn't a production like it is. It's big and it's watched, but they don't have fucking gigantic like animated monsters fucking fighting each other in between shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, watch Fox Football.
Oh
Dude.
yeah, the rocket
It's
soccer
just
robots that go at it. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just crazy shit
Yeah.
that they have. And like European like television and shit isn't like that.
has anybody seen the Bronny James fucking commercials that go with Fast and Furious?
No.
No, Bronny
Oh.
James, like his son?
His son, yeah, his son is doing commercials. I think it's some kind of car commercial, and it's we have the NBA finals and shit on the TVs at them and the NHL finals. And I've seen commercials with Bronny James. It's a Fast 10 commercial, and they're trying to like pitch something else like a car or something, whatever. And Bronny James is the one in it. And I found that really, really weird that his son is doing commercials and his son is not even.
Yeah, right?
It's kind of
but-
weird.
That's the nature of the fucking world. I think of it from his son's perspective. If somebody's gonna pay my ass to do these commercials, I'm absolutely.
Oh, most definitely, yeah.
do it. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Just by proximity of my dad, sure, let's do it. You know, but it's just dumb. All of it's fucking
Just
dumb, people.
dumb.
Keeping up the Kardashians, like that's still a thing. Are you kidding?
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind
That
of
show is
fascinating
still on. Why
how
has
Been around
nobody
for
shot these
20-some years.
bitches yet?
because enough people still watch them that brings in the advertising dollars. It's,
Yeah,
God damn
and
it.
it's our fault, not mine.
No, I've
Assholes out
never.
there. I don't want
I am so upset that I know what a Kardashian is.
I mean, well, the thing is, like, they've somehow they've pimped themselves so much that they've infiltrated
Hey,
the
and more power to them.
general
Get myself out if I could too. If I had a big old ass and some titties.
culture.
Dude,
I mean,
one
yeah,
of
you
them
gotta
almost
hand it
killed
to her.
Lamar Odom, and nobody
Yeah, I
cares.
do have some
Emma.
titties, but they're not very firm. Anyway,
But fuck, we like
In all
here we are
seriousness.
bitching about them.
go fuck yourself, Vin Diesel. That's our show. We're gonna be here every Wednesday or Thursday. Well, Thursdays. Who are we kidding? Fuck
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
right.
10 p.m. Central. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com or facebook.com/theredeyereport. Like and share, so fuck us. We're down for whatever. I'm Mystic.
I'm Oracle.
This is the straight.
And this is Teddy saying, stay away from crazy white artists because they will fuck you up.
They will shit in
Hey,
your
there were
mouth.
some Chinese ones in there too.
Dude, I kind of want to like shit in my hand and slap ashtray, but take like a like a super slow fucking
That's like
super slow
assault.
footage shit.
Right.
Well, not,
It's like a-
no,
Hey,
it's
not if
art.
it's art, man.
It's art, right? Exactly.
For art.
You know those
Art.
like super slow mo cameras that catch
Right.
bullets hitting shit.
We'll
Like,
make a
use one of
TikTok
those.
video out of it, and I'll
Like
go.
use one of those and like sell like use like and sell every one of those frames and like the 30, 40, 50 frames where like the shit hits and splatters on his face.
Super slow.
Make millions.
We'll stretch it out like the Austin Powers scene where he runs
Yeah.
over the guy. No.
Yeah.
Like one of those cameras that shoots like fucking 1,600 frames a second or something.
Yeah, super slow mo camera. Yeah, we need one of those. We would make millions, bro.
Yeah, you could
Like,
sell
you
them as
just
From the start
NFTs.
to the finish.
Oh wait,
Right.
nobody cares about
Absolutely,
NFTs anymore.
And we have to smack ashtray with shit because it won't show. I'm brown. It won't show up on my face. So
Yeah,
that's
that's
You
why-
want some old crusty dog shit that's white.
Yeah, you could
Right.
jizz on
No,
jizz
gotta
on
be-
your
no,
face.
no.
Be like, oh,
no, for the
Yeah, you
art
look
and
better now.
authenticity, it has to be human shit.
Oh,
Okay, don't fuck with my art. God damn it,
fuck with mine.
don't fuck with my
I
art.
wonder if there's anything that'll make your shit white.